kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Heck, that coffee good.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Yeah, I like a lot of sugar too.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone. This time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
He's going to let it go again. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he'll decide to not break. This one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On play action, they'll throw. Being chased out left. Smith catches left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this down holding to the 18. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 yards for number 11.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
At the Bears' 16-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Flushed out right. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Badgley's kick is good. And they are on on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 36-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Vikings 3.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Chicago.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big. But in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got an open man finding Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. A good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled. And taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
35-yard line.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd and 5.
Jalen Ramsey.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run with Mostert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Let's go. Raheem Mostert, his 21st touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Smith. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Cook following the penalty. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They start the drive with Cook. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. At the 23-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Out of the gun, Herbert.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Herbert on first down now. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. That's complete to Mooney. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To the air again, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And the half will begin with a touchback. Starting the third quarter with Cook. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally finally brought down at the 43. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either. Once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
They run again on first down. Cook. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are backed up as far as they can be. They're going to start this drive at their own 1.
And it was on this very site in the old Metrodome. Obviously, this is a new stadium. But remember, Tony Dorsett broke off a 99-yard touchdown run on a Monday night game against the Vikings, one that we'll remember for the ages.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
3rd and 2, Herbert. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Rolling to his left. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if some guys, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 40-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 48. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Bears 31, Vikings 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows and just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the cornerback's hand, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Cook has it left side. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21, the 30, past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Room here to run. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 22. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
2nd and 8 at the Bears' 20-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he's loose again. Still going. And he will score.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Again, Elvin partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Bears 45, Vikings 17.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
On the carry.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Again, it's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a run down, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left in your line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, add one more